The car's on fire. Yeah, it's definitely burning. Something underneath there is on fire. I told you, see them flames? Hey there, fellas. This shouldn't be a surprise. You see what we're packing? A car, some foam. So upon viewer request, we tried making the quietest car we could, to the point where we even cemented the engine bay. The engine was pretty quiet, but it wasn't really what we had in mind. And so now we'll be trying the same thing using foam. Thing is that I take it construction foam would be a much more convenient material to work with. So we'll fill the entire engine bay with some construction foam. Make it so that you can't hear the engine. We'll get the exhaust to be nice and quiet. Okay, we've got the foam and the car, and our goal now is to make this one really quiet. Let's do this. So we've finally gotten around to making our own merch. Here's what we got so far. We're always adding new stuff and we'll ship you anything to anywhere in the world. Oh yeah, and one more thing. The first 100 buyers who use the code GARAGE54 will receive a 15% discount. So go ahead and hit the link in the description down below, and happy shopping! Using construction foam for engine bay soundproofing. Translation and voiceover by BMI Russian. Okay, so we've applied some foam. We haven't quite finished yet, but we're pretty far in. And now we'd like to try starting the car. We've got a heavy-duty power bank connected. Alright, let her rip. For real? We're not even running a proper exhaust and it's already... Hopefully you can hear it. Already you can't hear the engine working, or even the sound of the starter motor whirring away. It is legit much quieter now. Why didn't you warn me that you topped it off? Whatever. Okay, I'd say we're looking pretty good. We're getting exactly the effect that we were after, but there's still the matter of filling it all the way, to make it as quiet as possible. We want this to be super quiet. Let's pour in some more. Hey guys, check out what we've got here. This is looking exceptionally wonderful. We've filled the entire bay with construction foam. From up here it is completely covered. Like, you're not getting through. We've got a frightening amount in there. The caveat being that we obviously had to route an intake tube into the fender from the carby to allow the engine to breathe. Alright, let's bring her up and take a glimpse. As you can see, we've also completely covered the bottom with foam. The entire space between the frame rails. So yeah, the entire engine... Essentially, it isn't... There isn't a single naked or open patch on it. All of it is covered in foam, including the gearbox. That's because sound is transferred through metal, and we very well might have been getting some noise from the gearbox. And so we decided to fill the transmission tunnel as well for good measure. We've gone all out with the construction foam, even the muffler. So right here we've got a stock Lada muffler, and that second one is from an import. So this should be an amazingly quiet system. We filled the whole thing with foam, and that should result in quiet engine operation. You can barely even hear the starter motor spinning. You know what? This is alright. Can you give it some gas? Is the pedal moving? It is. I can hear it. This is very quiet indeed. You can barely hear the exhaust. But here, Yeah, here the sound is making it through. Wanna know why? It's all nice and quiet and everything, but bear in mind that the foam has cured. It's gotten all hard, and it appears that the vibration from the working engine is being transferred to the body via the foam. The car wasn't vibrating like this before. What did you just do? The bumper is rattling. Well, yeah, like I said, the body is vibrating. Otherwise, it is super quiet. Now, the problem is that the radiator is covered in foam, so is the muffler, and that muffler is getting pretty hot. Now, we did use a special type of construction foam that's capable of withstanding high temperatures. A pink-colored foam that apparently isn't supposed to catch fire or nothing. But see what's happening? The temperatures immediately began to skyrocket. The radiator, engine, and gearbox are all totally smothered. There's nowhere for the heat to go. In any case, we need to take the car outside. Personally, I'd like to go for a ride and listen to it running from inside the cabin. Let's get to it. It's producing a ton of smoke. Drive it away from all of these other cars. Something is actually burning. This doesn't seem very safe. So when the car is parked outside, yeah, you can hear it. You can tell that the engine is running. Vlad brought the revs up for whatever reason. Maybe the pedal wasn't able to return. Looks like every single internal component is overheating. The engine, the radiator, the muffler. How do I even drive it? Oh wow, it is a gas chamber in there. That smell. Now if I'm being honest, it's not just foam I'm smelling. Give it some gas? Oh, it's actually pretty quiet. If this engine were exposed, we would be hearing a really loud roar. As it is, it's just running. So that's how it is. Where is it coming from? We've got oil pouring from the bay, right next to the manifold. In any case, I did say I want to go for a drive, and that stands true. We've got ourselves these wonderful things. I have to drive this car one way or the other. Awesome! So no immediately apparent changes have occurred. Why are you getting dressed up? You also want to go? Not bad. Lovely. Well, I do seem to be moving. Doesn't seem too bad. Can't really see anything though. Can't see anything. The car's on fire. We are on fire. Yeah, it's definitely burning. Something underneath there is on fire. I told you, see them flames? Can I film that? Wait up. We have to put that out. It's in gear. The car's on fire. We need to push it away. We're on fire! What caught fire? The fire is underneath the car. The fire has been put out. That was a neat thing with the construction foam. The engine was very quiet, and those two mufflers made for a quiet exhaust. But at some point we saw an oil leak, so something went wrong there. Then a fire started. The exhaust manifold had to be super hot, and so when we brought the car out for me to go for a drive, we were moving the throttle around in the process of applying foam, but that didn't stop it getting jammed, unfortunately, so the revs were pretty high, and that's when things started to get warm, to the point of overheating, which then progressed into a full-on fire. It's a good thing we were able to put it out. We literally threw everything we had at it. We used a few fire extinguishers. We were even able to stretch the pressure washer from inside. We threw shovels of snow at it. That was fun. So you can make an engine run quietly, but that might bear consequences. The whole thing might slightly go up in smoke. Don't go there, fellas. And though we did use a special pink-colored foam, which is resistant to high temperatures, I'd say the oil is what caught fire. That's what caused the issue. Right, fellas. That's all I have for you. The car did actually turn out to be quiet. You couldn't even hear whether the starter motor was working in there. I had to lean in. Right, so it all works 107%. The foam did its job wonderfully. That said, it's a fire hazard. You wouldn't want to try this at home. Though we'll definitely be doing something like this again. And that's all I have for you, fellas. Watch us, subscribe, send in those comments and suggestions, give us a big thumbs up. All right. Catch you later. You don't smell anything in a gas mask. You put on the gas mask, head out, and you're feeling pretty